In a small Viking village nestled among the fjords of Norway, there lived a young woman named Tora. She was known throughout the village for her beauty, but she was also known for her fiery temper. Tora was quick to anger, and she had a tendency to lash out at anyone who crossed her. One day, as she was walking through the village, she overheard a group of children laughing and pointing at her. They were making fun of her temper, calling her names and mocking her. Tora was furious. She stormed over to the children and shouted at them, telling them to stop making fun of her. But the children only laughed harder, and Tora felt her anger building to a boiling point. Just as she was about to lash out at the children, a wise old woman stepped forward. The woman was known throughout the village for her wisdom and her kind heart, and Tora had always looked up to her. The woman took Tora by the hand and led her away from the children. She sat down with Tora and spoke to her gently, explaining the importance of self-control. Nothing causes more pain than a lack of self-control. If you would exercise self-control and not give in to your feelings of anger and rage, you will live a much happier life, the wise woman said. Tora listened to the woman's words, and she felt a pang of regret for the way she had been acting. She realized that her temper had caused her nothing but pain and heartache, and she knew that she needed to change. Over the next few weeks, Tora worked hard to develop her self-control. Whenever she felt her temper rising, she would take a deep breath and count to 10. She would remind herself of the wise woman's words and focus on the pain that her lack of self-control had caused her in the past. Slowly but surely, Tora began to change. She became more patient and more understanding, and she found that her relationships with the other villagers began to improve. She even began to make friends with some of the children who had once made fun of her. One day, as she was walking through the village, she overheard a group of children laughing and playing. She recognized them as the same children who had once made fun of her, but this time, instead of feeling angry, she felt a sense of joy. She walked over to the children and asked if she could join in their game. The children were hesitant at first, but they soon warmed up to Tora and welcomed her into their group. As they played, Tora felt a sense of happiness that she had never experienced before. She realized that the pleasure that came from self-control was far greater than any feeling that came from losing her temper. From that day forward, Tora continued to work on her self-control. She became known throughout the village not just for her beauty, but for her kindness and her wisdom. And she never forgot the lesson that the wise old woman had taught her.